Through every note, every performance, the arts connect us. The arts connect us through joy and through awe, bridging cultures and generations. From intimate theaters to the grandest stages, the arts bring us together, reminding us that we're never truly alone. When we experience the arts, we experience each other. Kentucky Performing Arts. The arts connect us.
Healthy Business Connect Us empowers families to thrive through holistic well-being, early child development, and accessible health care.
We are committed to fostering connections, knowledge sharing, and support networks that enhance the physical, mental, and emotional health of children, parents, and caregivers.
By building bridges between healthcare providers, social services organizations, educators, and families,
we aspire to create a world where every child experiences a healthy and nurturing start.
Setting the foundation for a brighter future.
District we are standing in up here today speak in reference to this issue. A mother and two 14-year-old girls in a violent confrontation. This is not who we are as a community. And it's not what we stand for in Louisville at all. My thoughts are with the young people involved and their families, because no child should ever be put in a situation like this. This was absolutely unacceptable, and it would not be tolerated. Let's be clear. Violence is never the answer. As adults, we have a responsibility to set the tone and protect our youth, not to meet conflict with aggression. We cannot allow moments of anger to destroy the trust and safety we work so hard to build in our neighborhood. I was called to action by several community members, parents, and guardians regarding the viral video of two ninth-grade teenager girls being attacked and beaten up by mother and daughter duo. The mother was on scene and captured on video jumping the two victims at the Circle K gas station behind me today, located at 4301 Preston Highway. Just a small walk down the street from Louisville Male High School. It has been brought to our attention that Louisville Male High School students often frequent this store to purchase snacks and beverages. It was also brought to my attention that this parking lot is the meetup spot for several after-school fights. During the incident that occurred yesterday afternoon, once school let out, the two victims walked up to Circle K gas station and were followed by a crowd of other students. They waited for the mother to arrive and the fight began. This particular student's mother jumped in the teenage girl fight, hitting the victim, kicking them, punching them, and pulling their hair of their scalp. This was not trying to separate this altercation in any way, but was physically involved in harming these underage girls. When one of the victims tried to seek help from Circle K establishment, she was physically pushed out the door and they shut the door immediately behind her. I feel like Circle K abandoned this child while she was in need of help. I feel like also there were several people out there with cell phones recording. Several other students was there. So many people was out there and did not attempt to stop this. We will not have anything like this happen, period. This is one of the reasons why we have so many violence prevention programs going on now, right? I am asking all parents, okay, to not use Circle K as a pickup location. This is not a pickup location for your child. As of yesterday, it was deemed a very dangerous location for your child to be picked up in, right? Pick your child up at Male High School. Do not allow your child to walk down here. They are in danger. The school cannot be responsible for your child once your child leaves the premises if it is not on a Jefferson County public school bus. Okay? I've got so many calls, just saying, well, hey, who's responsible for my child when they leave the school? I thought that Jefferson County Public School was responsible for my child all the way up until they got home. That is not true. The minute that your child leaves out of school, they are your responsibility as a parent. So this is a call to action today. I am asking, I am begging, please do not allow your child to walk from school to these stores, because at this point we don't know what will happen. So that's my ask. We got so many people wanting to know why we have so many homicides. What happened out here yesterday? Do you know how many phone calls I got from family members of those young ladies saying, hey, where does that girl stay? Hey, what's her name? Wanting to retaliate. This has to stop. But it doesn't show a good example when you have a parent that takes whatever emotion she was feeling right then and there to come and fight two underage girls after school. It's unacceptable. I'm praying for those families. I'm asking those families to not retaliate. I am asking those families to rely on LMPD, the detective, the leadership that you have in this district, my colleague, Betsy Rui, myself as the co-chair of public safety. Contact us. Please do not take matters into your own hands. These are one of the root causes on why and what the result looks like of why we have so many shootings and homicides in this city today. I want to say thank you to everybody for trusting in me, for reaching out, for asking me to do this call of action. But I cannot do it by myself. Can't do it by myself. I am solely relying on the public. I'm relying on the parents to step up. Step up in your child's life. Be the example that they need to see in order to thrive. So now I'm going to hand it over to my colleague whose district we're standing in. I want to thank her for allowing me. I'm very passionate about things that happen in our neighborhoods. But I just want to say thank you, Betsy, for allowing me to be a voice for the family that does live in my district that was affected. I know you do not allow these type of things to happen in your district. And I know you stand on business, so I'm going to hand it over to you and let you say what you need to say.
Well, first of all, it's rather hard to follow such an impassioned speech. So thank you for organizing this press event and letting me know what is happening here. And first of all, I call on parents just like Councilwoman Hawkins did to make sure your children are not coming down here any longer. I call on LMPD and JCPS security to come down here and start moving these kids along. We need to break this behavior so those kids do not have the opportunity to cluster in one spot and take out their grievances on one another. And absolutely, we need to learn how to talk to one another and how to react to the various slights and whatever as adults without violence. And I'm aghast at the behavior of that parent. That is not what one should be teaching a child. And I just we look forward to talking with LMPD and JCPS security to ensure that we can get something in place to make sure we can break this behavior up. Thank you.
I'm going to hand it over to Miss Ashley, who wants to say a few words, and anyone else before we wrap up.
Yeah, I would just like to echo the sentiments that have been made here today. I'm going to call for the mother who committed those actions yesterday against the children to turn yourself in. We do not want to see anything go any further than what it already has. And we all feel for the parents whose children were attacked yesterday. And so my call to action is just to turn yourself in, to be held accountable for your actions, and let that process play out, as opposed to us having to have another press conference. That's a whole different conversation, because that's not something that I want to see. And if you're watching this, I love you, girl, but you gotta do the right thing.
Yeah, I just want to say that we don't have control over our emotions. Once you feel something, feelings there, but how you react to it and how you respond to it is what we need to work on best. And these videos that's being shared is only amplifying the violence. It starts with these videos. I know everybody wants to go viral, everybody wants attention. It's easy to be famous if you go viral. But this is the root cause of a lot of violence when it comes to getting attention on social media. Leave that for the kids. You know, when our parents are getting involved and recording actions of violence, it's only showing our kids that it's okay to do. And this is where it starts at. And anybody that's on Facebook faithfully or social media faithfully, you can see how those conversations and comments escalate. We already know what happened before it happens because we saw it escalate on social media. Start paying attention to social media more. It can be a gift and a curse. It can make you or break it. Now, today, is the difference between life and death. Thank you.
It's sad when you have to watch on a video and see two kids being brutally hurt. And yes, the mother is wrong. She needs to turn herself in. But we also need to bring attention to the fact that this all became over bullying. So we also need to address the bullying that's going on in JCPS. So my call of action is to JCPS to come together with these parents and really listen and find something other than pushing it away and come to something where we can stop this bullying before it happens and follow them outside of this bullying.
Do you have any questions?
I just had one. You know, if you could kind of, as you were watching that video for the first time, kind of describe the range of emotions you were feeling from everything that you are in the city, aside from an elected official, but also as a citizen. Just what were you feeling as you watched all that play out?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I was angry. I was mad. I was mad because I felt like I wanted to be here. I wanted to save those little girls. I was really, I was devastated. But I was hurt. You know, those two young girls, their integrity, their dignity was broken. Uh, you know, right at the hands of an adult. It's just, you know, it was heartbreaking for me. You know, the first thing, you know, I always say is don't wait until it affects your family before you want to step up and do something. You know, we collectively have to come together, you know, we have to come together, guys. Um, it was too many people out here to have not allowed that to go on. You know, I know people don't want to get involved in things and they stir themselves, but you know, don't wait until it's your family member. Because I could only imagine if it was my nieces. You know, just your thought pattern, you know, your reaction. But I just could not have sat out here with a. You're just as guilty when you got a phone in your hand and you watching this happen. You're just as guilty. You know, like we gotta stop recording and start reacting. You know, go in, stop, break it up. It was enough people out here yesterday to do that. You know, now I did send it to my colleague, um, and after I sent it to Councilman Betsy Rui, whose district it is, I didn't hear back from her no more, so I can only imagine how she felt. So I'm going to let you say, because she's seen the video, how she felt about it. You know, I've been sleeping. I couldn't even sleep last night when I got this. After I got this, I'm like, oh my God. You know, so I'm hurt. My heart goes out to the two families. One of the families, like I said, lives in my district. Um, they wanted to be here today, but they are so afraid. Um, you know, they're just afraid at this point. But their family members are really upset. And I mean, talking about retaliating. And, you know, again, please, I am begging, I am asking no one to retaliate. You know, I'm hoping that the young lady turns herself in, you know, and echo off of Ashley, you know, just let it play out. Turn yourself in. You know, I'm going to rely on I did speak with Superintendent Yearwood. He's working with some detectives. So right now it's an investigation and they really can't talk about it. But I'm just hoping that not just Mayo, but all of Jefferson County Public Schools, you know, we need to be looking when these kids leave out of our schools where they're going. Bus stops, I want to clear this up. Yes, Jefferson County Public Schools is responsible for bus stops. But once at the end of the day, when you leave out, you're a walker, you're going home, and you stop at a store like this, you know, then things happen. I need parents to be parents. I need parents to be accountable. You know, these kids are our future, guys. If we don't take action now, imagine what our future is going to look like for these youth. You know, but I'm going to let my colleague speak to, you know, how she felt when she, you know, got the video from me.
Thank you. So when I saw the video, first of all, let me say I was a teacher for 20 years.
Yeah.
I worked in the classroom. I taught my children how to get along with each other, how to resolve their differences peaceably. And when I watched that video and saw a mother in there being the role model for her child of exactly how not to do it, it hurt my soul. We're trying too hard to raise these children, to teach these children how to get along in society, and then to have a parent just role model the exact wrong way to do it. It just hurts my heart. And I know that's at the root of a lot of the problems that we're having right now. And it's a hard thing we've got to solve. Thank you.
Is that it? You got any questions? Thank you all. I appreciate you all for coming out, reaching out to me, and, I really appreciate y'all.
Don't forget what we did today. Today is history. Don't just go home and say, hey, let me post it. Live it.
Put this in the air.
To change, we just have to be stubborn enough. We just have to be strong enough. We just have to be relentless.
How do we fix it? We didn't break it.
Thank you all. I pass the mic to the next person. Black women matter.
Healthy Business Connect Us empowers families to thrive through holistic well-being, early child development, and accessible health care.
We are committed to fostering connections, knowledge sharing, and support networks that enhance the physical, mental, and emotional health of children, parents, and caregivers.
By building bridges between healthcare providers, social services organizations, educators, and families.
We aspire to create a world where every child experiences a healthy and nurturing start.
Setting the foundation for a brighter future.
If you do nothing else.
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 If you do nothing